Up next is the story on Vimbai Mutinhiri, who says she admires ordinary women who beat the odds. So I was going to talk about this, but I feel very inclined to do this.
You pronounce the name again.
You like the way I said it, yeah?
Mutinhiri.
Mutinhiri. Vimbai Mutinhiri.
Yeah, Vimbai is one of the media personalities I admire. I mean, she's very hardworking and she's very professional. Like, once she's on that stage, you know that you're not going to complain about anything really, except when you realize that whatever mistake she would make is probably from the organizers or
professional
those
like
that are behind the scenes. So she's... And for the part where she talked about the ordinary women, yeah, I get it. It actually inspires because it's easy to look out for people that, okay, let's say someone like Genevieve, you say, oh, I'm looking up to her, because she answered this question when she was asked, who are the women you look up to? It's easier to look up to these people because you feel like they are at a certain place, they have some certain things available to them to do whatever they want to do. I'm not taking away the fact that they worked hard to get there, but there are people who have worked hard over and over again and they are still at a particular level, but they still try as much as they can to make something great out of that level, send their children to school, get a degree, you know, push boundaries, and those are the kind of women she's saying they inspire her, and I understand where she's coming from.
Before I come to you, let me just quickly say, this was like an in-depth interview, wasn't it?
Yes,
you know, was that the only thing you picked out from that? Because I think the bloggers and the newsmen picked up on only that aspect, and I thought, this is a lengthy interview, there's so many things you talked about. Why was that the only aspect?
Yeah, because there's so many aspects you spoke about, but that's like the highlight of the whole interview. Like, she said a lot of other things that made sense, but there are regular answers to questions like that. But this particular one, like Elsie said, it's easier for you to look up to celebrities or people who inspire you, but the ordinary woman will break the odds. And even the likes of them, Genevieve and the Omotola Jalade, breaking the odds, are ordinary women. We just choose to look at them that way. Now, they didn't start, like you said.
Say that again. They are ordinary women?
Yes, they are ordinary. We are ordinary people.
I still don't get where you're coming from.
We don't know which way to go.
I don't know where you're coming from.
My brother, I'm just saying that, look, everybody, we're all ordinary, depending on what you do with your potentials, with the opportunities you have been given. Like she said, they have worked hard. She's not disputing the fact that these women have worked hard to the level they have gotten to. But it's easier for someone like... How did you pronounce the name again, so I don't do it wrong?
Vimbai. Let's just stick with Vimbai.
No, I like that.
Mutinhiri.
Mutinhiri. Yes. Okay, but she chose not to idolize some other people who are in a field, who she might even say to get clout, but instead she spoke about the ordinary women, the women that you see that look, the single mothers that have raised their children and all they do, they're market sellers.
The issue that I have with this, in as much as I support what she has said and I understand where she's coming from, the issue that I have is that you're saying the likes of, especially Efe, with your argument, the likes of Genevieve, the likes of Omotola Janade, that, you know, they didn't go through any difficulties or any challenges whatsoever.
Omotola,
that's what I'm saying. That's the impression that you give. It's like they're ordinary women.
Are you listening to me? I'm saying, like she rightly said, she's not disputing the fact that they walk to the level they got to.
Yes.
Now,
so I'm saying that
I am still saying
that by saying these other women are less ordinary.
She's Catwoman. Genevieve is Catwoman, she's supernatural, or is that what you're saying? They're ordinary people that walk to where they get to. And even these women, that regardless of what they do, they're still able to break grounds, make sure that their families are fed, send their children to schools. Now, those are heroes. It's not only the celebrities we need to celebrate, they're uncelebrated celebrities.
Celebrate heroes. In fact, so many other media outlets celebrate heroes.
I think they're just being you. I'm not going to go over this.
Okay, let me explain it a bit.
Okay.
So these are my fingers. They are not equal.
Yeah.
And I know we all are familiar with that proverb, fingers are not equal, and which is what is playing out here. Okay. Now, for someone like Genevieve, let me just use her as an example. She has worked hard, yes. She went through her struggles, yes, and now she's where she is. Thank God for her. But let's talk about the women that are under the sun.
Yeah.
in the next couple of hours, the sun is going to be really hot, and they will be there trying to sell, trying to make ends meet, and trying to feed their family with all that. Now, if you're looking at their struggle and what they have to go through to put food on their table. In comparison to someone that, yes, you were strategic, you were smart, you were talented, and all that, and you're able to come out at the top of your career right now. These people in the sun or living that kind of life, they still wake up in the morning, they still send their children to school, they still pay the child of the rich man that will go to the same University of Lagos. These same women will still send their child to University of Lagos and cater to their bills. So it's more like looking at it from the fact that their struggle, however different it is, yes, they are all struggles.
Elsie, what do you want, a knuckle or high five? What do you want, knuckle or high five?
I still want to go back to the part where you talked about, you said people were not picking other parts of the interview. But for me, if I was saying the highlights is this part, but there are so many highlights for me. And that would be when she was asked, what are some of the challenges you have encountered in your career? And she said, I'll start from a point where she said, a great challenge for me was mastering the balancing act between remaining relevant and being true to yourself and your value, which is what we see on social media now. Because you want to be at a certain place. Okay, you think, oh, because... For example, again, Etoke Makinwa went on a bikini. You feel, oh, I have to do that also to get to where she is today. But you would ask yourself if being on a bikini is part of your value. So it means that she has actually tried to groom herself to understand that this is my values, this is what I want to do. I'm not going to cross this line because I want to be ahead. I just have to be talented, highly skilled, and professional to get the job done.
All right, Elsie, thank you very much. Like I said earlier on, knuckle or high five, what do you want? Knuckle or high five? Thank you very much.